Okay.
Hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are back. It's been 2 weeks since
2 weeks, going on 3.
We took a little break. I was traveling.
Some people went on vacation.
I mean,
some of us did not.
I was in Jordan for 5 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Which, in theory, is like, oh, nice. Like, but
with the kids.
With the kids, and I don't know if Jordan desert in August, like that's torture. We don't have a pool. So if you don't own a pool, like you need to
go somewhere.
Someone, like be like best friends with a club owner or something will start knocking on people's door. Hey, you got a pool? Like
it's not borrowing cups of sugar.
No,
it's
it's pools. So that was
full on.
And trying to entertain kids means you have to be inside all the time, taking them to those like gaming places. Or
is it like Dubai where everywhere has AC though? Like,
yeah. But I really felt like I enjoy being outdoors, and I feel like I spent 5 weeks
just
inside, sitting in a house with the AC on.
Breathing just like recycled air. Yeah, honestly, that was life in Dubai as well. Like it's not great.
Yeah, and you can't do the usual activities that you'd want to do in Jordan. Like we have the Dead Sea. It's too hot to go to the Dead Sea.
I was gonna ask because I was waiting to see the content of the Dead Sea. I was
lowest point on Earth. You don't go to the Dead Sea in August, like unless you want to literally be melting and just
turn it to beef jerky.
No, you don't do that. Camping is a nice option too, like to go to Wadi Rum, which is where like a lot of movies get filmed, like Aladdin.
Oh yeah, Dune, right?
Mars,
Dune. Dune was filmed there too.
Dune, yeah. So they have a lot of movies that get filmed in this really nice area of Jordan that we have, where it's beautiful desert, lots of mountains, like it's just picturesque.
Nice.
And you can't. I mean, you could technically go camping there, but you would because it's desert, so cool nights. Hot days, but you'd have to be like out of there by like 7 in the morning.
As the sun like creeps up.
Yeah. Like, as soon as you see it,
like
then it's out. So
right.
Yeah, so that was like it was long, but it was nice to be around family. My sister had a kid, so
yes.
It's so funny, and she laughs at herself too because my sister is not the typical mom where how we do like. I try not to do it. At least I didn't do it with my kids, like the baby talk, like, oh, you're so
I definitely don't.
I mean, I might have done it when they were baby, but like, otherwise I talk to them like they're adults.
Exactly.
And so my sister, a couple times in front of me and my mom would be like, you're so cute. Like she tried and I'd look at her and be like, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. I love you, but... And she says it about herself too. She's like, I can't take myself seriously. Like,
oh, man.
She's not one of those moms that is like, Googling, like what is the term? Like oohing and
like fawning over
her. Yeah. Googling.
No, all of the
oogling
things. Oogling is like kind of
when men are like oogling.
It's actually kind of slimy. Oogling is like
gooing and gooey, gaga.
Oohing and eyeing.
Oohing and eyeing or gooing and eyeing. No. Going gaga. Isn't that like
going
a term?
Gaga? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But so that was nice at least to be around them.
Aww.
But I know you got some big news.
It's not really big.
I think it's huge.
It's only news to you because you haven't been around. But I'm already over it.
Considering we sat on this couch, I don't know if you've noticed, we've upped our...
We tried to,
make it a little more sexy.
Professionalize. Watch everyone be like, we hate it. Go back to the old one. This is not it. Yeah.
But we sat on that couch only, 2 months ago? And you couldn't even bring yourself to go to the gym.
I was going 2 months ago. It's been over 2 months.
Has it been more than 2 months? Mm-hmm. So then it was...
July, August, and now in September. This is my 3rd month of consistent training.
So this was in June then that we were having that conversation.
When you were...
when I called you out.
That was on the balcony, thanks. That was way back in the beginning.
And I said, you need to move your ass.
Yeah. And I moved it.
But now...
Amazing. Like, for people who follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen a little bit about, my journey with getting back to CrossFit in terms of as being an athlete, wannabe athlete, and that's been amazing because I really felt that the battle was going to be so uphill. Like, I'm so out of shape. I still am. I'm so out of shape, so weak. There's so many movements that are so specific to CrossFit that your ego just will like not allow you to accept that you can't do at this particular point in your fitness journey. So that's been really hard for me. Having said that, my strength is coming back real nice. I'm really happy with that. We've been training. I've recruited my partner into it. He's been coming along and
What's that like?
questioning his life decisions every single time he comes, and it's so funny because like we always have, like from day one, we've always had a rivalry about everything because we're both lawyers. We studied together for a semester, so we were, competitive about that. We were competitive in careers. We've been competitive in a healthy, like fun way about everything. We like sprint race all the time. I tell him I let him win, but no, because he listens to the podcast, so I'm not going to tell him that he's actually beating me. I have to live with him and listen to that all the time. So we do that quite a bit, and then so when we started CrossFit, that was sort of kind of my thing, and he came and he tried it out, and like saw stars after the first workout, but has been back consistently as well for the past month, which is amazing. And yeah, it's just been so good all around. It's so good. Yeah, like I love it. And it kind of goes hand in hand. So about just over a month ago, I did my level 1 trainer certificate. And I passed the test. Girl, let me tell you.
Bravo.
I read the materials 2 weeks before the course because I just didn't have time because it was summer and these kids and being tired, and I was like, I'm definitely going to fail this test.
And L1, for those that don't know,
yeah,
you're
L1
basically
is just
certified to coach.
You can train, yeah. You can coach
train others in
people
CrossFit.
in CrossFit, and you can do your own programming and teach people. And I'm soon going to be
English speakers in Munich looking for a coach.
I'm in the process of working towards getting coaching up and running with the bots that I currently train at. So I'm in talks with them for that. So I will let people know once that is up and running.
But we are like a killer combo now. Like I bring in the people, help them with their mind, get them right, and then send them over to you. Be like,
telling you, just snatched. We'll get you snatched from head to toe, literally. So
sorry, I want to bring my coffee over.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you? I'm actually gonna bring mine over too. We can take a little. I don't know if I like being on this side.
Do you want to switch?
Yeah, let me.
So we switched it up for you. Wow. Just
on the edge of the seat because my butt won't fit on the. It literally is getting squished into the chair. Woo!
Is it the chair? Should we try a different chair?
Yeah, it's the ass.
It's the ass, baby.
It's gonna be a problem wherever I sit. So it's been really good getting back to something that I was so passionate about. It was such a big part of my life, and also just like even when I was writing the application to the coaches at the box for
the potential
for the potential position. I found myself, you have to go back into your CrossFit history and talk about how it became a part of your life. And I was realizing that, at a time when things were really difficult for me, like single mom with an infant, moving back to Kenya with 3-month-old Dante, and trying to set up a life in a country I hadn't lived in, it really saved my life in so many ways. And so it's not just a part of my life because of the aesthetics and the strength and all of the great fitness benefits, but it literally saved my psyche. Yeah.
And you need it now also being in a foreign country.
The same
raising
thing.
Your
obviously
kids here.
different set of struggles.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say struggles, challenges. A different set of challenges, but in the same way, you are so spot on when you say it's holistic, because I can do the meditation and I can do I'm gonna eat the right stuff, and I'm gonna keep my space something that's nurturing to me, But like not being healthy, even in your physical body,
Yeah.
like it makes such a difference to your mind
I agree.
health. And especially if you've been there before, because your body will be like,
It's yelling at you.
something's off.
Yeah.
It'll keep telling you that. And so once again, it's been such a godsend, and I love it. I look forward to going every evening, even when it's raining. I'm out there, even when it's cold. Now I'm getting into fall and winter. Lord, but I'm still gonna go. I'm just gonna.
I'm
Carry
waiting
my
for
phone.
you to set up a gym in your house somewhere. So
I
that
don't
you
want
can
people in my house.
coach me.
You can come over and go.
You don't
We'll
have
take the coffee table out.
a single kettlebell. How do you
Honey,
have
have you seen what calisthenics people look like? Body weight workouts?
That's true.
That is
That's
crazy.
true.
That is crazy. If you go to a Pilates class,
That's
you
true.
could get ripped
Okay.
from not like barely
so
putting
you
a half a
can coach
string.
me with like you would have a program in mind if I came to you in the house.
Yeah, no, we could do stuff. I mean, it just depends on what your goals are, what you want to do. But also, I mean, we have YouTube. We could YouTube something and just like,
I think
we've
that'll
got
be one
yoga
of our
mats. We
episodes.
could do a little like yoga mat. We could do a little yoga workout or Pilates workout. And
I want something
Yeah.
that's gonna kill me.
trust me. Trust me.
I think
Trust
one
me.
of our episodes needs to be us working out
Listen,
and us having a therapy session at the same time,
I'm
like-
not talking to you. We'll work it out. Unless I'm swearing at you, that's the extent of the talking because
Yeah, I don't do talking at
I
the gym.
can't, I
Like
can't.
when I work
Unless
out or
it's
go to
like-
the gym.
yeah.
Like even people who say, hey, let's go for a walk together, like don't talk to me while we're together.
yeah,
Like,
let's just be out there.
Yeah.
You have your AirPods
mic.
on, I've got mine, and then we'll talk at the end.
yeah,
Oh,
I can't.
man, that's great.
Yeah.
No, but that's how I am. We should be going on walks.
Seriously. Just be like two strangers walking side by side.
Honestly, because I need to walk more, but I
Yeah.
don't go for walks because I would rather walk with someone, but I don't like people. I don't want
Okay.
to talk to people. So
Okay.
this is perfect.
Then we have to plan
Epiphany.
that. Once
This
a
is
week we do
great.
that. We have to figure out a date and
Yeah.
time. That
And I can
works.
come out your way because then it gives me an excuse to. I haven't been out there. It's really bad. It's really
I don't
bad.
live in the city center.
I don't live in the city center.
So-
You make it sound like I'm on the streets.
I mean, I'm still considered Munich, but it's not.
Yeah, you're still
city
closer
center.
than because the city expanse is quite.
Yeah.
But
But it's
yeah.
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but it's a nice area. Like that time,
It's cute.
that I was driving out there. Like, yeah, it's cute and it's
Yeah.
like very conducive to families and houses, and it's. I think if we were staying around for a long time, if that's what ends up happening for us, then we would probably.
She
have to still
clenches her teeth and
It might grow on me. Look, we just talked about me kind of making other friends,
she's
sort of.
meeting people. But I did tell her, don't
Not
forget
by
about me.
trying. Not by trying.
But that's literally when that happens. Like, don't you look at it as you're open to, like, the universe is sending people your way. That means that you're open to meeting new people.
I think so. I just feel like also when you're at a place where you're receptive to it, so not necessarily, and maybe there's a subconscious at work that I'm just not aware of, but where you're just kind of resigned to, for lack of a better word, you're resigned to circumstances and you're like, okay, I will make the best with what I have to work with. And you start doing that and you start exercising optimism, even if you're not quite there, then I think it actually responds in kind and
Yeah.
gives you things that can help that journey sort of manifest itself. So I think that's probably it. Because I was not open. I was on my way to the gym and I was annoyed that someone was stopping me on my way to the train. But yes, I was.
But you
I was
may not
open.
have been open in that moment.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
I've been putting out that
generally,
energy.
You're putting out that energy
Mm.
that you are not
Certainly
gonna
for someone who
X out
is,
everybody.
someone who has an experience that is possibly
Similar
similar
to
to mine, her being like from the same country and having lived here for 2 decades and
biracial
hopefully-
kids.
yeah, exactly, and hopefully having some kind of insight on that. I think I've definitely been putting that out for a
Okay.
while. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. So
Excited.
yeah, I've got a little lunch date next week. We'll see. She might be
Excited.
crazy. Who knows? But
No, and then you're gonna introduce me to her, and then
we're just gonna be ladies who lunch all the time, and then the whole podcast is just gonna be like an episode of Real Housewives. Yeah. So yeah, but how was Jordan aside from the AC and chasing pools around? How was it? Like, of course, really nice to see family.
Nice. It was nice to see family. I got to see some friends as well.
Oh, good.
Surprisingly, I was there for 5 weeks. I didn't see as many friends as I would have liked to.
It flies by. Like, every time I go back
literally,
to
like, I went, like, we arrived, and as we arrived, I'm like, oh my God, 5 weeks of this. And then the day that we were leaving, I was like, oh my gosh, 5 weeks went by like that.
It just flies.
And we're back to reality now, So... That was, and then of course, like, there was the whole, we don't know if we're going to be able to fly out because of everything that's happening politically in the region, and they had grounded flights, like, we came in on
it was Austrian when you came in, right?
Yeah.
When you were going there.
And so when we arrived, I think, like, the next day, they grounded a bunch of, if it wasn't the next day, it was, like, within that first week, they grounded several flights, and then they were like, okay, we're not flying again until the 12th, and then they pushed it again till the 18th, and then again to the 22nd, and then it's not until the 28th that we found out, okay, flights are back on schedule,
right? And
business as usual. But
oh my God,
like, the whole thing, like, it just took us even longer. Like, this flight, there used to be a local airline, our local airline in Jordan, Royal Jordanian, used to fly directly from Amman to Munich.
Oh, brilliant.
3.5 hours.
Nice.
4 hours, I think. Nice. It was like, you're there, boom, done. Door to door.
Let me guess, it's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore. Like, the amount of travel time we do now, like, I might as well be flying to the US.
What? How long is the transit?
So we left late. Our flight left late.
Oh, okay. So you
from Jordan, and we're supposed to land in Vienna, and then we have like a half-hour window to catch our next flight. Right?
I can tell you right now, you're never gonna
This
catch that
happened to
one.
me back in December. We missed the flight. No, not in December. I think it was like the June holiday that we have. That 30 minutes didn't happen. Like, I was with the kids. We missed it. We had to spend the night in Vienna. So this time around, I was telling my husband.
Prepared. I remember you were like, we might have to do this again.
I told my husband, I was like, this is gonna happen. And he was like, you're putting that negative energy out there. I was like, this has nothing to do with negative energy. This is
reality. This is what is gonna happen.
30 minutes to get from point A to point B. Yeah. And you not only have to get through passport control, you have to put your stuff through the scanners again, the security. You gotta. It was an international flight, and now we've landed in Europe, and we're going into a European country. Whereas the other way around, Munich to Vienna, you do it once, that's it.
Yeah, you're done.
They don't give a shit what happens from Vienna to Germany.
Whatever happens outside here, it's on you.
We don't give a shit.
But yeah, if you're coming in,
and so we literally, and because we left Jordan late, and because of the situation, they've had to change the flight route, so you can no longer fly over specific countries, which would have gotten you there quicker. The airspace and everything.
That. Yeah.
So it took us even longer to get here. So we landed an hour later. Like, flight was gone.
Not just even.
It wasn't even on the screen.
Already,
like when we landed in June. When we landed in June, it was still on the list and it had the gate, and I went straight to the gate. This time it was like, no, nothing.
Those guys have already had their first round of drinks.
And we landed so late that they were like, okay, now you need to go to the gate. There's like one of the gates is allocated for the info center for the airline. So you go and you reroute and everything. So we got to the gate.
Like the transfer desk.
And I was like, oh my God, we're the first ones here. There's nobody here. And they're like,
y'all are the last.
We're closed. You need to exit as if you're leaving the airport and then go upstairs and find the other. I'm like, it's freaking.
But there was a person there.
There was a person there, but they didn't want to allocate people downstairs. You had to go upstairs.
Listen.
And then we got upstairs. And there we get to another desk, and again I was like, oh, first one's here. They're like, no, this isn't where you need to go. You need to go to another floor. Like, it was just cat and mouse.
You would have been hearing about me getting arrested in the airport. And I'm starting something.
Yeah, and I was just like we had the boys with us, like they were exhausted, and it was just like,
already.
It was
a hard
already an emotional goodbye, like saying bye to our families. Like it just gets harder and harder. It doesn't get easier every time we leave.
trip.
So, and of course, my German is not that great. But when I'm like on a mission, I'm like, I don't care what
Pull
shit
it out,
comes
all the
out of
words.
my mouth. Like just whatever words come out, and you have to figure it out. Okay, like it's not on me.
You know what I'm saying.
You have to figure out what I'm saying. And so finally, they're like, no, you need to go around the desk and you'll see the info center.
Also, it's an international airport. How do you not speak anything other than German?
I mean,
they do. They'll understand.
They
just don't
do. But
want
I think
to.
I just was like, I'm back in this region. I need to like just get in that mode.
Switch back.
Switch back. And so we went around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like madness. And I remember the entire time thinking, yeah, we're the first ones here, first ones here. We were like the last
so you
ones
were
there.
not even prepared.
We weren't even prepared to see the number of people that were in line, and you had to take a ticket and then you had to wait. We waited a good hour just to get a hotel, just to get our books our flights rebooked.
Oh my god.
And then we get to the hotel finally,
Exhausted.
and they're like,
how are the boys during all that waiting?
They're okay. Every now and then, I mean, as long as they had their phones.
I was gonna say I would be
The
like
older ones were like,
screen time rules do not apply for the next
seriously,
2
whatever
hours.
you want. It was the little one, the poor guy. The little one did really well as well, but he was the one that was like, I'm so tired, and then he'd get distracted by something, and then I'm so tired. But by the time we got to the hotel, they were like, restaurant is closed. I was like, kidding me? Like, you see, and it wasn't just us that were checking in.
Yeah,
There were tons of people that were checking in. And
do they not like making money?
I don't get it. I don't understand how Europe, and I don't know if it's just if it's a Germany, Austria, or if it's all of Europe is like that. But I can't imagine Spain is like that because they do their siestas and then they go out till like all hours
like
of the
1
night.
a.m. Yeah, like you can go to dinner.
But here, like you can't find anything
I think it's
open
very cultural.
at a decent hour.
Yeah.
Sundays is completely closed.
Oh, Sundays is
Saturdays
shut down.
they close early. I'm like, how are you making any business? People are working all week long.
Yeah.
They have that small window of opportunity after work or on a Saturday to get what they need to get. How are you making any money?
It's
how
crazy
is
to
this
me.
economy like alive?
I'm still well. There's a lot of theories on
That's
that, but it's doing just fine. But I'm still getting over the fact that the grocery stores are not open on a Sunday. Like,
where's my 24/7 supermarket?
I would be that one guy.
Yeah.
I would be the one guy who's open 24/7 because guess what? I only need to open on that one day. I don't need to work the rest of the week
Exactly.
because I'm gonna clean up.
I think I used to go to Walmart at like 1 in the morning.
Those were my times for grocery shopping when we were in law school. We used to go to the gym 8:30 to 10 p.m. Go to the 24-hour Kohl's, which is their grocery store, their regular home brand grocery store in Australia. At that time, and they've just restocked all of the stacks. So you're getting the stuff as the guy is stocking it. Probably pissing him off, but you're taking it off the stack, getting it fresh, no lines, it's quiet.
Man, just a different culture. Jordan has pharmacies that are open till midnight, which to me is a godsend. Like I feel like if anything, pharmacies should be open.
Yeah, because
late
so you have to go to the emergency room to get ibuprofen.
I know that they have these nootarts, so emergency doctors that you can call and they'll come to your place. I've never tried
the
it.
Cost is crazy,
Lord knows.
and there's a time
Yeah.
what if it's you just need a painkiller?
Yeah. And you're out or something. I don't know.
Telling you, man, different planet.
Different.
But you would think at least for international travel they would
Accommodate.
That rule.
Yeah.
Because
and you see people coming in. And we
clearly
weren't the
it's
only
happening a
ones
lot at
asking
that
for.
airport.
We weren't the only ones asking for dinner. And they're like,
Right.
oh, there's a kiosk over there, a self-serve kiosk. You can find sandwiches there. And from where the lady is sitting at the receptionist, you can look at the kiosk.
Closed,
There's
yeah.
no sandwiches. No, it's self-paid. You pay by yourself. It's one of
It's
those
like a
honor
vending
systems.
thing.
And it's a full. It has the proper supermarkets with the sliding doors, and you pull something out and the
Right,
sandwiches.
okay.
Honor system. You take something.
Another thing that wouldn't work anywhere.
That wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
Jordan.
It wouldn't work in
No.
Kenya either. Self checkout.
No,
wouldn't work in Kenya either.
self-checkout.
I tried to explain self checkout to some of my Kenyan friends. They're like, "Wait, so like nobody is there, and you have your groceries, and you can just like beep beep and put it in the bag?" They're like, "Nah,
No. You know what wouldn't work in Jordan? I don't know about Kenya. You know how they have those like car sharing, like
where you park your car somewhere and someone else can like pick it up. Not your car.
not your
but,
car.
you rent
There's
a
like
car.
a car that's
You park in a
your
specific
name,
parking spot.
Yeah.
Someone else can rent from the
Yeah,
company.
and
Yes.
come get it. What is the one?
There's one
Share
in Australia.
now or something like that. Like that would
I
never
forget
work
what
in
they're called in
Jordan.
Australia.
Like someone would see that and just drive off with
Drive
it.
to a different country. Leave the car there.
That's it.
You never see it again.
Take it for parts.
Like, come on. It would be
my
found in
gosh.
the middle of nowhere
Yes.
somewhere, sitting on cinder blocks.
It's so funny.
100%.
Differences in
Oh, culture. Yeah, even
Culture.
when we go to the lake, I say this to Michael all the time. When we go to the lake with the kids and there's all these ducks everywhere.
yeah. What
I'm like,
you
how is there all this food just flying around in the open free? And people are over there attempting to barbecue. I'm like, why are you bringing meat? You've got sorted right here. Listen, there would be no ducks at the lake. No ducks. First of all, there'd be no one in the water
Oh my god, you killed me.
and no fowl anywhere. about.
Okay.
It'd be gone. It'd be gone. Yeah, the birds would not be having a good
The
time.
birds would not be
Nah, these ducks that just walk right by you, like almost grazing your leg, confident as hell. I'm like, you're lucky you live here. Your cousins have it really hard elsewhere. Their
I don't
counterparts
think we
are
even
suffering.
have ducks. Do we have ducks?
You probably do, but they're hiding.
They're hiding because scared shitless.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh man.
Their food. Oh man, yeah. Culture is a funny thing. It's just
crazy the differences.
it's also just funny to me that when you're in a country like this, and obviously there's this pressure to understand the way things go. I think we were talking about this the other day when you like on the escalator, no one tells you.
Move to the right. Like there should be a sign.
Thank you.
Why don't you put a sign? Like how is anyone supposed to know that you have to move to the right?
If
so
you
that
want to stand,
people that are
and if you're walking, you walk on
Yeah.
the left side of the escalator.
I mean, in theory,
Yeah.
it's like the highway. You're in the slow lane, you go into the left lane to pass, right? In
Yeah.
theory, but that's not how.
And that's also something you know as someone who drives. A lot of
Yeah.
people who are like in the trains, versus,
Yeah.
for example, don't drive. They don't know that necessarily.
But not.
Or you're someone like me who came here from Australia and Kenya, where Kenya we don't have rules like that, and in Australia it's you drive on the other side. So the left side is where you
Oh
stand,
my gosh.
and the right side is where you walk.
But can I just say that in Jordan, the few times that I was on an escalator in the
Yeah.
mall or something, and people were taking up me, I was super pissed. I was like,
It
move
is
out
annoying. It is
the fucking
annoying.
way.
Someone will stand on the escalator, put their bag down on the other side, and I'm like, so no one else is allowed to use this thing.
I was huffing and puffing, and I make it a point here too now. If I see someone taking up, I'm not compassionate. I'm not like,
You're the
oh,
escalator police.
maybe they don't get it. Maybe they just don't know. Like, no, I've turned into one of them where I'm
You're
like,
excuse me.
out the way.
Yeah, yeah. No, train, when it comes to train etiquette, I feel the same. I feel like move. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That one, and it goes hand in hand with people who stand in front of the train doors. So that when you're trying to get off,
yeah, like there's
you can't. And it's because I'm always with the stroller when not when I'm going to the gym, but yeah, usually with the stroller. So I have like 4 seconds before the doors close on my child, and you're standing in front of the door because you want to get in here.
Yeah.
Oh man,
just trample over them. Because
Oh, I
you have
do.
the stroller.
Dude. Well, because I usually bring the stroller out backwards, I come out first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just started like just going with stroller first. I'm like, hey, since you're gonna be rude, I'm just gonna completely
I'm gonna give what you give.
Yeah. Just let's all just let anarchy reign. Just do it and see what happens. Let the chips fall where they may. So how does it feel to be back? When you left, it was like we're literally looking at a window right now, and it's like pouring down rain and overcast and like depressing.
I think the high is 10 today. I'm in a sweater, like like a hoodie. Like
you know,
no,
we're not playing. And this is for indoors. If we're going outside, like layers.
Yeah. She sends me a message in the morning. I'm so sorry you have to come in this weather to my place. And I was like, it's okay as long as I get a cup of coffee. But at the same time, I'm like, this is how it's going to be most of the year.
It's going to be getting worse. There will probably be a few episodes, like truth be told, where
we're sitting here with our jackets on.
Yeah. Or it's going to be split screen and she's going to be at home and I'm going to be in the room.
I'm not making it today.
Yeah. And we're just going to be like, look, this is going to be Zoom call style because it's just too much.
No, I'm going to make it a point.
Wow.
I mean, I'm used to
better
the
you
weather
than me.
now. The only thing I think that would, I mean, the good thing is also compared to our home countries is that when it rains, when it snows, life does not stop. In Jordan, if it rains,
nothing happens. Yeah,
it's like and because
streets are flooded.
They don't have the right infrastructure. Like so, everything is like
buildings collapse sometimes when it rains. In
Kenya, so the country shuts down when it snows. We don't have enough of those snow plow machines to like come and clear the roads.
Snows there too.
Yeah, snow there. And some parts of Jordan, like the higher altitude regions, it'll snow. Like enough to make a
God
snowman.
Knew what he was
it's
doing
pretty.
when he put Kenyans at the equator because we don't have not only the genetics but the capability to deal.
But you've been
with
here
plowing.
Now. How long have you been in Germany now?
Almost a year.
So
but it's not going to be my first winter. I've experienced 2 already.
Right, and with the
Here.
snow, like. Last year, I can't remember. Was it bad?
Yes, there was snow.
I blurted out.
There's a day where it snowed nonstop for 24 hours.
But was it sticking?
Yes. Everything was white, covered in white. It also happened last year in April.
Yeah,
Which was meant to be. It also happened this
Spring.
April, actually. We had snow randomly one morning. And it was sticking.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was proper snow. So yeah, I've seen it.
But it's good.
I was here for all of last winter. Not last winter, the one before when I had the baby because I had him in October and I was here November, December.
Right.
And then end of December we went to Kenya. So
you weren't here.
Oh no, did we go end of December? No, we went in January. We went to Kenya because it was after the new year.
Right.
And we were only there for a couple of weeks and then we came back. So yeah, I've seen it.
You've lived
unfortunately.
Are you ready for it?
I'm living it outside. Oh Lord. But yeah, when you left, I think the temperature, even up until just like honestly last week, we were just saying last week, like the kids were out swimming, like out playing football. I had all of these windows open. I was actually like sweltering in here. It was like 27 degrees just like a week ago.
But honestly, when we left for Jordan, like it had been raining and thunderstorms all the way up until we left. The temperature it was getting warmer.
But
end of July was like these crazy thunderstorms.
Because it was so humid. Yeah, I remember because we'd be out on the balcony and it would be perfect. And then 5 minutes later, you'd be like gathering everything up. You'd be like, oh shit. And it'd be pouring down rain. And then 20 minutes later, it's sunny again. Yeah, it was weird. But it was nice. Like I love those sort of like sunny showers.
I don't mind that as well.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a break from the constant sun. Like especially in Jordan, like it was constant sun. So there was like 2 or 3 days where you'd wake up in the morning and there was a bit of an overcast.
So you guys do get overcast at least. It's not like Dubai where like you literally don't see clouds for like a year.
Well, they do cloud seeding.
Yeah, but you only see clouds when it's about to be,
which they don't talk about,
and which they also don't know how to control. But yeah, no, they do kind of talk about it because they always tell you like it's gonna rain in advance, and then
when they tell you whoever talks about cloud seeding will be fined.
Oh my god, yeah. You can't talk about it and you can't talk about like streets being full of water. It's just oh my gosh, it's raining and. For some reason, there's water on the ground
but
and it's hard to travel. I wonder why. But yeah, but we never used to see clouds ever. Like you could go like 8 months without seeing clouds. And you don't realize that you miss Like,
just that change.
yeah. Because every time you look up, it's hazy. Like, you get hazy
So
skies.
if it was a blue sky, I wouldn't mind. But I remember Dubai is a hazy sky.
It's
so
hazy, but
not
no,
like
you get blue skies quite a bit
Really?
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
But the hazy ones are yucky because
Yeah.
the air quality is really
Yeah, that's
not
where it's
great.
like trapped. Like you feel like
Exactly.
the
It's
air
like
is
greenhouse
trapped, the
effect.
heat is trapped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, and it's really, and then like even like your eyes could sting because there's just so much in the air. But yeah, like it was. I remember when I was there for several months and I went to Kenya for like a long weekend and it rained and I was like, I have missed seeing water actually fall from the sky.
I remember I went to, I think I was in Jordan one November. This was 2 years ago. I went by myself just to like catch up. And my youngest sister who lives in Dubai was also coming with her kid. And the day after she arrived, it was raining. So November. So it rains a lot around that time.
Right.
And she stood outside with her kid, like,
And just let them.
just loved it. And she just stood there and she was like, oh.
I bet. I
She
feel
loved
her.
it so much.
I feel
She
her.
she says she misses it. She
Yeah.
misses her winter clothes. She misses, although you technically still need them because it's like ice cold wherever you go inside. You need
That's true.
like your windbreak, like those
You need
North
like
Face, like a North Face
Okay, it's not
jacket.
that bad. It's not that bad. But yeah, you do need like a jacket sometimes. Or when it's windy, like in their winter, it can actually be like a little bit cold. Like they'll have like little heaters out, like on outdoor seating, or they close the outdoors because it's just too windy. But yeah, like the rain, I completely empathize with her on that because just feeling drops of water on you. You don't realize that you miss it. You don't realize. It's like when my first winter in Connecticut, which was also my first time like seeing proper snow, I couldn't believe that I couldn't see leaves like on trees. Like I didn't see green for so long, and I didn't realize I missed it until spring came, and I was like, shit! Like I actually just missed seeing leaves on branches. It was crazy. It was the weirdest feeling.
Nature has such an effect on us, and I think
Oh my God, yeah.
people forget that.
Well, yeah, even the seasons. There's like, what is it? Seasonal affective disorder?
Seasonal depression, you mean? Like for people
Yes, it's called seasonal affective
who
disorder.
live in London, for example. Zum Beispiel, I wanted to say. Wow.
Like
zum
also in
Beispiel.
places, yeah. Oh, you're so good, German.
Zum Beispiel.
Or in places where like, because in the winter you have really short days and you don't have a lot of like daylight. And yeah, like it can actually
It affects you.
lead to a lot of depression. And it's crazy because it's not just the season and the warmth, but your circadian rhythm and having.
Oh man, it throws it just completely off.
I
Which
hate
is
that
why
about
now
winter.
at least it's good that you don't have curtains up. By the way,
I knew she was gonna come.
in one of our
Why do you have to
episodes,
be this way?
I'm gonna call you out. Although I have been reading.
Go ahead, I'll let you call me out before I give you the
I
update.
have been reading a book that says you should call people in, not call them out. So basically, like
What does that mean?
no, like you basically calling someone out is like in front of people saying, "Hey, you didn't do 1, 2, 3." Like
Right.
literally letting them have it.
For example, in front of a podcast.
Right. And calling people in is like me pulling you aside
And being like,
girl,
get some
like
curtains.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call you out right now.
Call me.
In
You
one-
already have.
In one of
This is the
our
follow-up to the
in
call
one
out.
of our episodes, you said by the time I'm back from Jordan,
I will have some
you'll have
curtains.
curtains, and I'm
So-
sitting here.
In my defense,
Unless they're in the
we
bedroom.
have landed on the curtains that we want. We have chosen them. I've gotten all of the measurements, the fabrics, all of that is sorted.
Okay.
And now we're just working on how to do the attachment because living in a very heritage protected building, I don't want to drill holes into the wall. So that's what's taking the time. We're trying to find, and apparently there's a way for them to be done that's non-invasive. So that's what we're trying to research and also learn to do because nobody does shit for you here. You have to do it by yourself. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So I have made strides in an effort to get the curtains done. So
I'll give you that then. I'll give you that.
I'll take
That's progress.
partial.
But I was saying that now, like, it's a good thing you don't have the curtains because
Yeah,
at least
because there's no light.
you're still, but you're also still, your body still kind of wakes up with the.
Which is nice because
Sun.
we don't have that direct sunlight
Yeah.
in our face, but like the light is really nice.
Yeah.
And obviously when it's getting darker earlier,
Yeah.
you want to, at least for me, I want to get as much light as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it's like midnight. It looks like midnight at 4 p.m., which is, for me, actually that's worse than the cold.
Right.
The darkness,
The darkness, mornings and evenings
is the worst for me. Insane. So for me, actually, the cold weather I can deal with it. Exactly. The clothing, I actually kind of miss some of, like, I'm like, bring my boots out.
I like winter clothes.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Fall clothes is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Because the ground isn't as like shitty, like, so you can wear different kinds of shoes still, and it's not like slushy like it is in the winter,
Yeah.
and you don't like slide all over the place. But yeah, you can layer on your scarves, and I love that stuff.
Yeah,
That's cute.
Me too.
Yeah,
That I like.
I really like it. So yeah, I miss that a little
Although
bit.
I'm not ready for it because I literally just pulled out my summer clothes mid-July. That's how long my summer clothes have been in my closet. So now it's like, I just pulled them out
You just now
I
you gotta
have
put
to-
them away.
because I'm really not prepared. I have
Oh.
2 sweaters. This one and another one that I've been recycling all
And
week.
literally, it's going to be 7 to 10 degrees all week. So yeah,
So I need to pull
we'll be
them out.
doing laundry at night to wear it the next
To wear
day.
the next day.
Listen, I know. I think all our winter stuff, when we finally emptied all these boxes out, all of the stuff that I had from my Dubai stuff was summer stuff.
Right.
And I was excited to have my stuff here. Closet is full of summer stuff. All of the winter stuff is in suitcases in the basement. I don't even want to start going down there.
No.
But it's the season. I don't even know where half of the stuff is. Because you know when you're packing stuff, you know,
You
like
just do it like haphazardly.
put it away, yeah.
Although I would have thought you would have had some sort of order.
there's a system. Like I know what is in what. No, not exactly, but I know winter clothes are in a specific suitcase, but I
Okay.
don't know
what winter clothes are
exactly.
in there.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I know scarves are in one, jackets are in another one, but like then there's a random sweater somewhere because it didn't fit in that one.
So sad.
And then there's one mitten, and like the hats, I don't know where they are. Like
Oh man.
that's the thing. There's so much gear with the winter time. And like when you go out to eat, I hate that. Like you go to a place,
Gotta take them all off.
then you eat and you have a good time, and then now it's time to leave.
You gotta put it in
You
your
know,
bag.
like oh my god, especially with the kids, like layering the baby is the worst.
Yes, I don't miss that.
Oh my god.
Like at least now the little one, like he just does it himself, you know?
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
I'm not even gonna fight. Like if you're not gonna put like my oldest
Be
is
cold.
wearing shorts
Yep.
still.
Dante's doing.
And I just
He went to
he went to
school
school
today in
today.
shorts.
Yeah. And I was like, why? Why?
Why do you do this?
And in summer, like the months leading up to, so like in June,
yeah.
he was wearing where it would have been warm. He was wearing like sweatpants and a sweater, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, are you like, you know how people wear sweater like heavy like sweaters and
Yeah.
sweatpants, like think 80s when they want to have a sweat session? I was
Yeah.
like, are you
Yeah.
trying to burn
Like with
calories?
the towel around
With the towel around,
tucked
like,
into the
What
sweatshirt.
is like? What is your deal? Are you getting your summer body ready?
I was gonna say you just sweating out the pounds.
Winning it out. Just can't. I can't.
I don't understand.
And
either.
always wearing in the summer, like when he has
Long
football
sleeve
games,
shirts.
he wears the long sleeve shirts underneath the.
underneath the jersey.
jersey.
Dante was doing that too.
I want to say, and I could be wrong. I want to say because my kid is a huge Ronaldo fan.
I was gonna
I
say
think
it's
he
because
does
he always.
that,
I
and
think
he's
so
always
as
doing
well.
that, and
Yeah.
he's doing that like playing in Saudi, where it's like
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know why he does that.
Ronaldo does it. I think.
But he wears like the ones that are actually like sun protection. Like it's also what. Like,
I think that's probably what. I mean, there
Oh,
is that
okay.
whole theory that when you sweat, your body cools down. That
Listen,
doesn't apply to me.
I heard that a lot, and then I went to Dubai. I was like, I'm not gonna be testing that out
No.
because right now I'm sweating and I'm still hot. I'm not gonna throw on a sweater and test it and see how it goes.
I mean, that's how the
Won't be doing that
Bedouins.
to me.
You've seen Bedouins, right? Like
Oh
they
my
have
God.
layers,
Yeah,
layers.
they do.
I mean, this, of course, to protect from the sand and from the direct sunlight.
Yeah, and
But
it works
is-
for them.
It works, and
And
then they
they're
have
on-
those long the abayas, like
yeah,
the
yeah, on
cloaks that
top.
they
Yeah,
wear. and
it's kind of like a.
it's just they're sweating it
What is
out.
it called? What the men wear?
I call it a abaya.
The abaya is the women's one. The men's one, the white one is called a. Oh my God. I've literally been saying this word every day for the past like 2 years. Traditional Emirati dress.
Kandura.
Kandura. That's
The
what it's
kandura
called.
is not the abaya that I'm talking about. It's the white one.
It's the white. Yeah, that's the one. But that one as well, you would think might be.
This
very
is
warm
the one
and
I'm
pleasant.
talking about.
Yeah, the one with the kind of
Yeah,
jacket
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
If you want to be involved in my Google search.
But yeah.
I just call this a dishdashe. Like that's what we call
Dishdashe?
it. Dishdashe. But I'm sure that's totally wrong. I'm just.
I thought you were going to say dashiki. I was
No,
like,
no.
no, honey, that's something else. That's one of ours. But yeah, like no, those are apparently like really well thought out because those guys not only like walk through the desert, they like survive and live there.
Yeah.
It's been working for generations.
Ah.
Wow.
Today's been a bit random.
It is a little bit random. We wanted to just catch up because we actually haven't seen each other for a while, and you know it was summer break and everyone's busy and family and kids and doing all of that stuff. So we actually had a lot to catch up on, and so
We'll be back next week with another proper topic.
topic.
More organized, more structured.
Yeah. I mean, it'll just be our usual now format where we do have a discussion topic of the day, and we have our intro session, and we kind of move through whatever it is we're talking about. But I think it's also probably really good to point out that like this is really important as well. Like we've talked about it before about not just friends, but like fellowshipping and having people who are around that are positive for your energy, for your psyche, and
100%.
like this is essentially you guys witnessing us.
Like this was therapy for me just now. Like I mean,
100%.
I haven't seen you, but I just felt like
And we've kind of like talked, but like not
talked.
Yeah.
Oh
and-
my God, you didn't want to talk. I tried calling when I first arrived.
No, I was
No.
really not.
I tried calling when I first
the
arrived,
phone.
and she was like, and you literally messaged right away. Hey, I think you were like just getting things ready before I go to CF.
I was,
I'm like,
and she was like, "What's
I'm like,
CF?"
CrossFit. I'm like, oh, okay, we're abbreviating CrossFit now. It's taking up all your
I
time.
honestly was like trying to get this food done because I was like, I'm gonna miss my train.
I'm gonna call you out also on Wednesday. We were supposed to meet up,
Yeah, that was my fault.
and you send me a message, and then you leave me.
Wait, was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
No, I sent you a message on Wednesday in the morning.
Wednesday morning, and
Yeah.
you rang me once so that I could notice my phone. Not that she wanted to talk to me. It was just like, bitch is not responding. I want to make sure she sees this before she heads over.
Meanwhile, I messaged you
And
like
rings-
6:40 in the morning.
Rings one time and then hangs up, and I was like, and I knew exactly what you were doing. I'm like, she really can't stand the phone.
No, I thought you weren't near the phone, so I was like, she'll see the missed call notification that will alert her to the message. Which means that if you saw my call, then you also didn't answer.
I didn't see it. I heard it as I was getting the boys ready.
Oh, and then I'd already...
And you'd already hung up, and I saw it, and as soon as I was like, who's calling me one time at like 7 in the morning or 6:45 in the morning, and I saw your name, I'm like, yeah,
Of
of
course.
course,
Of
that was you.
course. I don't know why, like, because
Do you get anxiety when your phone rings?
I don't... Oh, depends on who's calling.
Okay.
Yeah, not anxiety, but annoyance a lot.
Okay.
But it's also because if I'm having a phone conversation, I want all parties to have the time
Mm-hmm.
required to have a proper conversation.
Okay.
So, like, I'll never call to just be like, hey, just about that one thing.
No, you
the
won't do that.
best I can do is leave you a voice message. Like,
Okay.
that's as closest to a phone call I'll get. But if I'm having a phone call with you, like you're my friend, like we're having a conversation.
Okay.
And so for me, I have to be in that frame of mind, but I also have to feel like
I'm in that frame.
you've also got the bandwidth. And so I don't want to get on the phone and then feel like, oh my God, they don't have the time to talk to me right now. Holy shit. Like that for me will give me the anxiety. So
Okay.
that's one thing. And then the other thing is also, I don't want to be that to someone else. Like when they want to talk to me and I don't have the bandwidth, I don't want to give them 50%.
Right.
I want to be like, we're
Okay.
going to talk
I can
and I'm going to
respect
give you
that.
100%. So that's why. Two people that I actually am. There's some people who I, as a rule, just never answer their calls
Okay.
ever
Okay.
because I don't,
No.
there's nowhere in the bandwidth
Got you.
allocated for them.
I can
But
respect that.
yeah, so that was why. But that was because I really didn't want to inconvenience you. And I was like, and I know she's got like school and getting the kids ready in the morning. So she's probably awake. So it's not crazy. And I waited till 6, like after 6:30. Because I was like, if she wakes up at 6:30, I'll give her like 10 minutes
Yeah.
to, you know,
To
recalibrate. And then I'll like message her.
Okay.
And, yeah. Because I was going to send it at 6.
I was already awake.
Oh, I figured.
That's
yeah.
when my
It's like she
alarm
might,
goes
I was
off.
going to say she might be awake,
Yeah.
but just in case.
Okay.
I was like, I'll give her like a little bit of grace because I know mornings are crazy around here.
Okay.
So
I
that's
still love
why I will call you. I will answer. I will answer even if it's to say I can't talk right now. That pisses me off so much. But my dad does that all the time. He'll answer the phone to people and he'll be like, hey, I'm driving. I can't answer. Not answering the phone is letting them know you can't answer the phone. He's like, yeah, but I want to tell them. It's, and I'm like, all right, maybe I should take a page out of that book
Okay.
and do that a little bit. So anyway, but for this week,
I think we can wrap it up.
yeah, we'll wrap it up on that note. Yeah, I think
Now
it's a
we're-
nice setup. I know it looks like we're serious.
Proper.
We're very Oprah-esque here. Yeah, because Marisha always had the
That's
the
true.
little- yeah, that little
Let's channel Oprah.
and all 56 of her cameras.
She still has, but she's still doing her thing.
She's doing something. She's doing. She's got like her own channel, the OWN channel. So she
Yes.
produces a lot of shows and she does a lot of movie production. I think she was just in a film as well. She was just
Oh.
in another film. She's done Broadway.
Love Oprah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel.
Really?
Did I tell you when she had her farewell tour? You know, when she was like stopping the Oprah show? She had
Yeah.
a farewell tour. And she went around the world.
Yeah.
My friend won tickets to the farewell tour in Sydney and we went. Did I tell you?
No.
Did I not tell you this story?
No.
Man, so of course, I was in love with Oprah. She was everything, right? And this was when, I just moved to Sydney. So I don't know, I was like in my 20s. And I was still like, oh, she's all of it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe there's going to be no Oprah. Anyway, she was shooting, it was summer. She was shooting the episode. So they were going to do a live episode at the Opera House. So on the Opera House stairs. So we sit on the Opera House stairs and they set up a stage in the front. So everyone had like who won tickets. I remember it was my friend Gabe. He won tickets and I was his plus one. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much for taking me. And so our seats were still pretty good, like not like on the floor and right in front, but great view, unobstructed because you're on stairs. It was fine. So we get there, we get allocated to our seats and everything. Of course, per usual, I almost get in a fight in line with some woman who's trying to cut the line. We had to set her straight. You know, usual.
Of course.
Then we get to the stairs, we're sitting on the stairs and like we're looking up and the stage is there. She's not there yet and the stage is all set up, but there's like this huge like thick wires from the stage going up to like the top of the Opera
For
House.
the cameras.
And I was, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh, is that for like they're gonna like have it coming down and like doing aerial views and everything. I was like, oh cute, because we came looking correct. Yeah, so I was like, we're ready. But they just looked really like thick. I was just like, that's okay, whatever. So she comes out and she was talking a little bit and then, so two things happen. And this is where I started being like, So the first thing that happened is that wire was not for the camera. It was because Hugh Jackman was ziplining in from the top of the Opera House
What?
to the stage.
Wow.
As like he was going to be one of the people that she was talking to.
Right.
And, you know, that was like around when Wolverine first came out. Or the second one
So like
was huge,
stay
big deal.
within the.
Yeah, and he's Aussie, so you
Yeah.
know, like big star.
Yeah.
So
okay.
he was up on the top of it, and she was just like, "Oh, like I think we have a friend here with us today." And then, like, you know, they tell you to, like, look up, and he looks up, and he was there, and he was like, hi there, and he had a mic on him, and they had a camera where you could see, like, a close-up of his face, like, on the screen down here, but he was up there. I was like, this fool is on the top of the opera house in the middle of the afternoon, like, and I was about to, like, say the shadiest thing. I was like, he's gonna bust his head. I was in the middle of saying that. He starts ziplining, coming across. He's getting close to the stage. He's not slowing down. And everyone's like, yay! And you hear like the whole mood change. People like, oh. And then there's just like the little spot where he's meant to stop. Bam! He bashes into it. Like this sound was really loud, and something from like the thing falls. And he's like, and Oprah's like, she's kind of looking around. She's like, are you okay? Because he has the mic on still. And you can hear he's like, oh. She's like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, no. No.
Oh
They lower him down. He's literally like, and then his family was in the front row. And it was, I look at this so differently now that I'm a parent. Well, no, I wasn't a parent back then. Yeah, I look at it differently now that I'm a parent. And his family was in the front. He had little kids at the time. I think his son was really young, and he was there, and he was bleeding from the head.
Oh God!
And of course, everyone is just coming to like, you know, make sure he's fine. Like people just materialize from out of nowhere on the street. She's just sitting there like this, and she was just like, "Oh, I hope he's all right." But the first thing he did was he goes, I'm fine. Look, buddy, I'm fine. And he went and he like brought his son onto the stage. He's like, Daddy's fine. Like, and his son was crying. And it was so sweet because I was like, this man just got his lights put out, and he's like, I need to hold it together for my kid.
Oh my God.
Like bleeding from the head. Oh my God. Like we heard that it was serious. He ended up in the hospital like after that.
Wow.
Like it was in the papers for like a while. So he was actually pretty badly hurt. And it's high, like it's long. So that happened. And then obviously like the whatever they had planned to do as far as interviewing didn't happen. So he just like went off the stage somewhere, and she was like, all right. So everyone kind of went off the stage with him. She was in like a kind of higher chair, like a bar stool type.
Yeah.
Upholstered, nice bar stool chair. So she goes to step back into it like this, and her shoe fell off as she went back into the chair. And I would say all but two of the people that were rushing with Hugh Jackman off the stage left him alone.
Just for the damn
and
shoe?
Ran over to her, and she sat there like this, waiting. And they came and they put the shoe back on her foot. And she goes, flat. It was flats. But she goes, she said something to the effect of, I don't remember her exact words, but she was just like, that's what life as a billionaire is like. You don't remember the last time you put on your own shoes. That's what it's like to be Oprah.
I didn't think she would be a diva.
And I was like, okay, it's a boss line, but not for your audience. I want you to be like that, yes, but not
and
in
did
front
people
of all
laugh?
these. People were like, oh my God, yes!
Oh my God.
Yeah, people were loving it. They were just like, I was like, I live.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
In terms of, but I'm like,
but
that's not the
and
persona that you've given us. Like, that's not and someone just possibly almost died in front of his kid. Not the time or the place, but look, there's a side of me that was like, work.
Boss bitch.
But,
yeah.
You know?
Especially
like,
after Hugh.
Yeah, I was like, it's not the time. And that's when I was kind of like, And there was just like a few things that were, because, you know, we know her as a persona. We don't know her as an individual. So of course it's wrong of me to even judge her, because there's shit that I say that I'm like, I would not say that on a world stage either. And it's like what I said before, you don't want to see how the sausage is made sometimes, you know? Like that they say is never meet your heroes in real life, because like then you realize they're human and you're like, shit.
Okay.
But I mean, she worked for it. She's had an exceptionally hard life.
Yeah.
She's overcome like crazy.
And that's
things,
what we
done crazy
shouldn't
things.
forget. Like the life that she's
That's what I
lived.
had to keep telling myself. I was like, she deserves this.
She deserves
After
this.
what she's been through, let someone put on her shoes for her for the rest of her life. Did you see that new one, by the way? The Wolverine. It has your boyfriend in it.
Versus Deadpool. I have not seen it.
I've actually heard really good things. And because
Because-
they're actually friends in real life, I think it's probably going to be pretty good.
I really want to see it. I need to make sure that I find an English version of it
Mm.
here.
What I like about it and what I wanted to watch it for was I heard that I don't know if it's true or not, but it looks like he has an amazing relationship with his wife. Like they're just like they seem like they have the best time together because they're always clowning each other on social media.
Yeah.
Anyway, he leaves like I forget what the word is for them. He leaves little like references in his movies for her. Yeah. So
had no
like
idea.
he'll make a reference, like you know how he has his one-liners.
Yeah.
He ad-libs a lot of those or improvises a lot of them. And when he has his one-liners, it's always like referring to something. So there was one where she was being interviewed for some new movie she's doing. And she was like, oh, this one is this because this is my favorite song. This one is this. And she was going through them. They're Easter eggs, they're called. Like little hidden.
Oh.
Yeah, so he has like 5 in the movie. And she was going through them and she was like, yeah, this is because of this. Like he does that in all his movies. He hides like little references
Wow.
that
I had
only
no
she will
idea.
get. And I was like, that's so
That's
cute.
cute.
I really like him. They're doing another, I think she was,
So now you like my boyfriend.
no, I think he's funny. I like him because his relationship with his wife seems healthy. I mean, he's totally still your boyfriend. And I like him when he trains.
Yeah.
He fills out really well when he
Yeah.
trains. He's cute. Their relationship is cute.
Yeah.
But if he's like that all the time, though,
You think it'd be exhausting?
always on like that,
Okay.
no, we're gonna fight. I would Deadpool him in real life. Like, doesn't he have something over his mouth? Like in Deadpool?
A mask.
Yeah, but he can't. The character initially, because I know he's in one of the X-Men thingies, and the reason that Deadpool doesn't have a mouth is because Magneto or someone put something over his mouth because he was just talking too much.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all I know about him. That's his initial sort of like
Okay, I
reveal.
have to.
That's how he gets made, and then yeah, he has no mouth actually initially because he
So
talks.
he's talking throughout the whole movie, though. Are we listening to? His
I don't know.
thoughts?
No, I think he's talking now because like his mouth opens, but you know how
Yeah.
his skin and everything looks kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that part of that is I think he fell into something that like burned him or I don't know about his origin story, but I do know that I remember specifically the screen where I think it's Magneto. Someone put something over his mouth and like
Shut
he
up.
can't talk, and I'm like. I'm with you on that one because he's on all the time in the house, and then he's riling up the kids as
Oh,
well
man.
because they would love that.
So thank you again for tuning in this week.
Yeah, thank you guys for being with us, and for those who have been with us and waiting for the. Oh, I did say I was going to mention something, by the way. So a while back, I'm saying this now because I just watched the presidential debates. If you want to call it that. I'm not going to talk about them. But I said that Kamala used to be with Montel.
Yeah.
Williams, not Jordan.
Oh, that makes more sense.
That actually makes more sense.
Okay.
So my friend Nicole put it in the comments. She's like, the talk show host, honey. Not that.
Montel
I was
Williams.
like, listen, they're both good looking men. They're
Yeah.
both from the same era.
Yeah.
Montel is not, a very.
Common name.
Thank you. So, and like from the picture I saw, I was like, they kind of look similar.
Okay.
Anyway, so I just wanted to
Williams.
correct that
Okay.
piece of fake news.
Yes.
But yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for being with us, and for any new listeners, welcome, and I hope you stay with us. Lots more new and hopefully inspiring content coming, so
Happy Flex Friday.
bye.